Now for a look at what's got one Chinese blogger writing today about mental illness on campus and getting involved early on to make a difference. Last week we discussed the recent death sentence handed out to a medical student in China, a Lin Senhao, following the Shanghai No. 2 Intermediate People's Court finding him guilty of poisoning and killing a fellow medical student at a prestigious university in China. Many people feel pity for this young man, who they believe should have had a promising future. Around the same time, another female student in Guangxi province was arrested after poisoning two girls in her college dormitory. These apparently are not the only such cases, and based upon the increasing number of poisonings by teenagers, our blogger Xiong Bingqi, a famous educational expert in China, speaks about the problems this extreme behavior reflects and what we should learn from it. According to Xiong on Sohu.com, many variables have resulted in the rising number of such tragedies, such as the wide-reaching media attention given to Lin's case and the details provided concerning his motivation and method. This leads to copycat situations in many instances. Do teachers pay attention to students' psychological changes? Do they make efforts to provide a healthy atmosphere in class for students? Let's see what expert Xiong Bingqi had to say on this matter. Some local education departments and schools regard such extreme cases happening on campus as scandals and block any interrelated information, which is stupid. What they should try to do is improve students' quality of life through the cases. Moreover, teachers should help students with their mental issues and get involved in questionable situations between classmates early on. A series of measures are required, but not many schools would like to spend the resources or the time, as they see such incidents as infrequent. What's more, it can't be overlooked that despite the extreme and final act of murder, there are still a small amount of people who treat poisoning as a true man's solution in a funny way. But as long as no one is taking this seriously, another tragedy is on its way. This requires media to report such cases rationally. More analysis about why it happened and how hurtful it is for both the victim and the murderer's families. Less attention should be focused on the gruesome details, as that is just a thoughtless attempt to boost ratings. And now for the comments. This poster raises another important point. Apart from telling our children not to hurt each other, we should tell them to respect one another. When we trace these tragedies to their beginning, we can find out that most of them started with a small quarrel or misunderstanding. A lack of respect for others is a common problem for our children nowadays, and that should be noticed by parents and teachers and acted on. And this poster says, "The fact that high grades in a good school come first is what caused those students to act so irrationally. Such a focus deprives us of learning how to deal with relationships properly. If things continue this way, our whole society will suffer." And for our last comment, this poster shares a thought with our blogger. As long as there's a leader, there will be followers. Next up, we ask people on the streets of Beijing if they know what their former playmates and classmates have gotten up to.